Good morning everybody, hope you're all okay. Welcome to our phonics lesson for this week. So, first of all, I'd like you to identify the phonemes. So, when I put to the phoneme, I would like you to call out what it is, okay? So, what is this phoneme? It's E. And this phoneme? It's F. And this phoneme? It's G, G. And this phoneme, it's O. And this phoneme is T. Okay. Now we're going to read our tricky words. So I'm going to reveal them and I want you to call out what it says, okay? So first of all we have into. Next we have go. Next, no. Next we have I. Next we have to. And lastly, the. So we're going to look at the object and then we're going to identify the initial sound, which is the first sound of each object. Okay, so what is this? Grapes. What is the first sound, the first phoneme in grapes? It's G. Oh, that's not worked. Let's try another one. So we have here, what do we have? Scissors. What's the first phoneme in scissors? It's S. And what do we have here? It's an avocado. What's the first phoneme in avocado? That's right, it's A. And what do we have here? An envelope. What's the first sound in envelope? It's E. So what I'd like you to do is get pen and paper and pause the video if you need to, and we're going to write E. Okay? So this is how we're going to write E. So we're going to start in the middle, go around and out like this. Okay? So I want you to give it a try and write the phoneme E. Okay, so now we're going to roll the dice and it's going to have 3 different phonemes and we're going to blend them together to read what it says, okay? Okay, so what is our first phoneme? It's G. And our second phoneme? O. And our last phoneme? So we're going to blend them together, push the sounds together and read what it says, okay? So I want you to do this with me. G, O, P. And now we're going to push it together. G, O, P. Gop, gop, gop. So have a think, is gop a real word? No, it's not. It's not a real word. Let's see what else we can come up with. So, what is this phoneme here? T. And this one? A. And this one? D. So, we're going to do the same again, push the phonemes together and see what it says. So, T, A, D, T, A, D, tad, tad. What is it? Tad. Okay. Tad. That is a real word. Tad is a real word. It means just a little tad. So we're going to blend some of these words. I'm going to have a go at this one and you are going to do this one. We're going to do that one together. So which phoneme am I going to be blending with? Okay, so I'm going to get my phoneme buttons. There we go. So 1, 2, 3. Got my 3 phonemes. And I have got and A and T. So I'm going to blend them together to see what it says. A, T, A, you think? Shall we see if I'm right? Yes, it is a hat. So, now it is our turn. Which phoneme are we going to be blending with? B. Blending with B. So, we have our 1, 2, 3 phoneme buttons. So, we have B, and what is this phoneme here? The next one? I. And what is our last phoneme? G. So, I'd like you to push the sounds together and we will see what it says. So I want you to do this with me. B, I, G, B, I, G. Big, big. What is it? Big? You think it's big? Let's see. Is it big? Yes, it is. We've got the little cat and the big dog. So you were right, it is big. So now I am going to have a go with the B phoneme and you are going to have a go with the H phoneme. Okay, so like before, I'm going to take my phoneme buttons. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I can see I've got B and A and T. So let me push those sounds together. B, A, T, B, A, T. Bat, bat. Does that say bat? I think it says bat. Yes, it is a bat. So now it's your turn with the phoneme. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 phoneme buttons. So which phoneme do we have here? And this one, O, and this one, G. We're going to push them together and blend the word. O, G, O, G, hug, hug. What does it say? Hug. Shall we see if it says hug? Yes, they are having a hug. It says hug. Well done. So now we're going to read this sentence to see what it says. Okay, and you probably know some of these words already. So let's have a think. Which words do we already know? These should be on some of your keywords. So I think, do we know this word? This word says the. And what about this one? Ah. Okay, so let's see if we can work out the rest of this sentence. So we have got 1, 2, 3 phoneme buttons, and this phoneme is D. And what about this one? O. And this one? G. Okay, so let's blend it together. D, O, G, D, O, G, dog. What does it say? Dog. So we've got the, dog, and a. Okay, so let's see what this word says. Got 1, 2, 3 phoneme buttons here. Now let's push them together. Let's see, we have the phoneme and a and d. Okay, so a, d, ad, had. What does it say? Had. The dog had a. What do we think these two words could say? You might be able to guess from the pictures, but we could also use our phoneme buttons and our blending to find out. So, what is this phoneme? It's B. And this one? I. This phoneme? G. So, let's push them together and see. B, I, G, B, I, G, big. What does it say? You tell me. Big. The dog had a big, and you could probably guess what this last word is going to be. Let's see. You tell me, what do you think it is? Let's find out. Got our 1, 2, 3 phoneme buttons, and this phoneme, B, and this one is E, and this one is D. So let's see. ed, bed, bed, bed. Were you right? It's bed. So I want you to say the whole sentence. We're going to say it all together, okay? So say it with me. The dog had a big bed. Well done. We have read the whole sentence. So now I would like you to write one of these words if you've got your pen and paper ready. So first of all, we need to know what they say, don't we? So again, with our phoneme buttons, we've got 1, 2, 3. We did this word earlier, so you might remember. We have got which phoneme? And and g. Okay. G. G. Hug. Hug. It says hug. And we have got here. Hey, stop moving. Okay, so we have the phoneme b, a, and t. Okay, so let's blend it together. B, a, t, b, a, t, bat, bat. What is it? Bat. Okay, so you can choose which word to write if you only want to write one, or if you can only write one. If you feel that you can write both words, and that would be really good if you can write both words. So I'm going to show you how to write hug. So we start right at the top, nice and tall, and we go all the way to touch the line, and then we go up and over and down and flick. Okay, and for up we start here, go down, under, up, down and flick. Okay, and for the good, start at the top, go all the way around, up, down, right under that line, and do the tail. Okay, and so remember the tail goes this way. And for bat, we're going to start nice and tall, all the way to the bottom, touch the line, and then we go up and around. So remember with b, we do the bat, the stick first, the bat before the ball. Okay, and for a, so we start at the top, go around, up and down and flick. And for the t, so nice and tall, down, around and across. Okay, so pause the video to give yourself a few minutes to write one or both of these words. Okay. Okay, so we're going to finish our phonics lesson with a game of which is the odd one out. Okay, so I would like you to tell me what the objects are first, and then we're going to see which is the odd one out, by which one has different first phonemes. Okay, so we have tell me, rocket. And what is this? Hand. And we have here a house and a helicopter. So rocket, hand, house, helicopter. Which one is the odd one out? Okay, 1, 2, 3, you tell me. Which one do you think? You think it's the rocket? And why do you think it's the rocket? Because rocket begins with the phoneme r, and hand, house and helicopter, they start with the phoneme. Okay, so well done, brilliant, very good work, and thank you for joining me through the phonics lesson, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.